So today we discuss the element of design, which is texture. We talked about implied texture versus actual texture. So we're going to practice using texture today in a digital medium. We're going to be taking images of texture and applying it on top of shapes created in Gravit to create a really nice scene. Now, I've shared a file with you through Google Classroom. What you're going to do is open up that file, and it should look like this. Right? It's basically a landscape scene of an outdoor mountain kind of thing. I tried to break up the color gray just so you can see the different shapes. A few things to note about this is it is similar to Illustrator, so if you've done clipping mask in Illustrator, you might feel a little bit more comfortable. If not, I'm going to go over all the techniques you need anyway. So one thing you're going to need to do this well is your layers panel. You're going to see right here on the left, this is my layers panel. It basically houses every piece of artwork on the entire document. The first thing I want to do is decide where I'd like to work. Some people like to work backwards. Maybe you want to start from the sky. Everything is labeled to match the image as best I could. So if I want the sky to be the first thing I apply texture to, I'm going to start by going to File, Import, and hitting Place Image. Now, if I've downloaded all my textures, I should have them in my Downloads folder. And I can kind of scroll through them and choose what kind of texture I would like. So I would recommend that you use the textures we gave you just for time purposes, okay? But if you're really stuck on using another type of texture, just download them quickly. Okay, I'm going to hit Open. And what should happen is I should have a picture of my texture there. And since I clicked down here on my layers first, it's all the way down here, which is fine. Now, in order for this to work well, I need the shape on top of the texture. So I'm going to drag my layer. To drag a layer, just click and drag. Wait till I get that little pink line, and then I release my mouse. So I have my sky, I have my texture. Next thing I need to do is select both shapes. In order to select more than one layer at once, I can hold one layer, hold Shift on my keyboard, and hold down another layer. And you'll see that they both become grayed out. That means they're both selected. Then I want to go up to Modify, and I'm going to hit Mask with Shape. And when I do that, what happens is the picture and the shape kind of combine and form something called a mask. You'll see that now it's named Mask. If you want to stay organized, I would recommend double-clicking on this and naming it Sky Mask or Sky, just so you don't get confused since you're going to be making a lot of masks. I also highly recommend locking the layer when you're done with it. The reason for that is that you don't want to accidentally move the mask while you're working. You're going to repeat this technique for each shape. So let's do it one more time together. I have my cloud here. I'm going to go to File, Import, Place Image, and figure out what I want my cloud to be. So I think I want my cloud to look kind of like paper. Why not? The paper image should show up. I'm going to place it around where I like it. I'm going to make sure my cloud layer is on top of my texture. I'm going to hold Shift for both of them, so they're both selected, and I can tell because it's gray. I'm going to go up to Modify, Mask with Shape, and now my cloud should look like paper. And then I'm going to lock it. I'm going to repeat this for each of the layers here so that the entire image is made up of different textures. So when you're done with your file, you should have something that looks like this. Now there's a lot going on with this file, but overall, every image or every shape has a texture applied to it. Now in order to submit your file, you're going to go up to File, Export, JPEG. The reason for this is sometimes when you share through Gravit, when we go back to grade it, we no longer have access. So this JPEG ensures that we see a final product and you get full credit. Please make sure that once you download your JPEG, you attach your JPEG to Google Classroom and you hit Turn It In.